What up? Welcome home, all of my divine loves and my divine lovettes. I love you guys from the door to the floor. This is still Love You from the Love You Divine Tarot Channel family. Um, I don't know, you guys. I got some a download. Okay, it's not a good one, right? Okay, so it's just to make someone aware of a bloodline is cursed in a way of what do you call it's like a precursor in the blood. However, this precursor is damaging. It's one that can be, I'm hearing easier overlooked for some, but it's a rare blood disease because the bloodline was somehow cursed back then. Back then they did something. And when I mean curse, you guys, I'm not I'm not up in pro these pathetic people who are doing spell work and witchcraft and all that stuff. I'm not up in their energy. I'm just telling you guys this as a way of what they were doing. They called it witchcraft, but they were doing something to tamper with the bloodline, okay, physically. But they called it some type of witchery, but it was simply as if you tamper with anything and make it dirty. If something is pure, then you make it dirty or whatever like that. But the bottom line is they tamper with the bloodline in such a way that back then they called it witchcraft or voodoo or something like that. You guys, I'm getting this download and it's showing me right now like a, what do you call, a dirty needle, but it's actually showing me that they burnt the needle. It's something they were doing in the bloodline. They were burning the needles. So something happened. And I think it was a form of. Oh, okay, thank you. Anyway, it came to me earlier, but it was weird how I received. See, I could see me receive it, but I received it and said "oh," and it was "oh" before. Anywho, nevertheless, it's crazy. Camera is not giving the spiritual footage, of course, right? But nevertheless, what I'm trying to tell you guys is it's a bloodline that has been. They call it curse, but it is a rare uh, blood disease, right? And yeah, so it leads to death. Okay, I'm hearing the aftermath is death, and it's a precursor in the blood that notifies the person also of their time of death. Like it's a it's a it's a length in which they have to actually live. You know, they have a length on which they live. Okay, a length of time. How do I? Let me see. I'm gonna try to see who that may have came from. Okay. Hmm. For some, oh yeah, some. Yeah, like I said, okay, did I say this? Because now it's scary because something else want me to tell you guys. Okay, like some people in other races, cultures and stuff like that, or they identify themselves out when we're all spiritually connected. I'm just using that as what they use for themselves just to get this message across. Okay, so it's a different culture in which they use a method of marking. All right, markings. But what they didn't know was the precursor was already a marking of their bloodline. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These people were crying once they found out, that they have, contaminated the blood. That's what I'm looking for. So they contaminated the bloodline by trying to apply their own precursor as a form of spiritual protection. That's why I say it was called witchery back then, or, like, am I sound? Anyway, it was that type of wording out there. This is the download I'm receiving. and I need to pay attention on how much time I have. Oh, I'm so grateful I got, I have that capability, because a lot of videos I made for you guys, it just can't go because it's like 2 minutes over, 1 minute over, whatever, over. Um, so I'm trying to see now what Divine Spirit wants you guys. Ooh, it came right up to know about that. About that in general. Yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, so it caused a lot of pain, and uh, for some for some in this culture, it desensitized them at some point. Whatever they did to for a form of protection, it desensitized their soul, their spirit, their soul. Whatever this did, yeah, it desensitized them, and it caused them a lot of anxiety as well. Some family members actually already died. Like I said, this is like a short-lived type of thing. I wish I knew exactly, because Divine Spirit is giving it to me, and as I'm coming to you guys, the download is live. That's why I was saying you couldn't see it in spiritual form what I was saying, because it's funny. But anywho, that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. So how can yeah, like I said, it desensitized a lot of you, a lot of family members. A lot of family members died early. However, notice this family that dies. I mean, actually has some type of physical death, that's similarity of some kind. Because for what I'm hearing and what the Most High is telling me, that is goes unnoticed as a blood disease. It goes unnoticed as a blood contamination. It just goes and goes and goes, and they never identify it as so. All right, like I said, some other cultures even use this form as protection, and it proceeded to, you know, as someone gave birth, they gave birth to that other, and then in the bloodline continued. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is it desensitized them in such a way. A lot of them, a lot of the males can't fully, compensate for their, I mean, ejaculation or whatever. They can't compensate for that. It takes them a long time to ejaculate. The women, they deal with a lot of anxiety. The men too, it causes them a lot of anxiety. Um, yeah, it brings them a lot of, what do you call, fear, stress. It's a lot of conflict they're dealing with when they deal with these things, and long time depression is in this family. Okay, they alluded to traumas and anger, but they don't know why they're angry and where the trauma actually comes from. Okay, um and they try to safely deal with it in hopes to, what do you call, they try to deal with it the best way they can. All right, so what I'm trying to say is, I'm just sharing this with you guys here, that it's a blood disease, and it's in the children right now, that's in the family. So test the children is what I'm hearing, because the children has the they can identify the precursor in the child's blood at this time. Okay, yeah, they can do that. Yeah, yeah. So and actually, if you could check the grandparents, it's definitely in their line as well. Like I said, they they yeah. So that's what I mean. I'm just gonna leave this alone here. Yeah. So it's if they can test the child's blood, because it's good to tell the chest of children. Oh, jeez, are you serious right now? Okay, good. Forgive me, you guys. Yeah, so go ahead and test the child's blood because it'll be um, just for safety's sake. All right, it's a bloodline, and that's what it comes from. It comes from uh, pre times when the family were generally all the elders in the family, the grandparents, the great grandparents were practicing a traditional ritual that was back in the day considered as some type of witchery. Certain cultures have it, but the Most High is showing me they burnt the needle, thinking that they were sterilizing the needle. I'm sure, but it caused some type of blood precursor marker as a decor in the blood. Okay, so just to let that be known, it's something HTL. Help me. Yeah, it's HT, but it looked like two H's or HHTL or something like that. And I don't have that much time. See? Yeah, let me just check it, you guys. It's HHT, something about HHTL. Oh, yeah, it came up. Wait, where did it go? Because when I was putting the HHT disease is here. Thank you. Disorder in which some blood vessels do not develop properly. Oh, thank you. The Most High is so good. Anywho, I forgot you can't put your phone up to the thing now. These people are cloning people's phones, so don't put your phone up there anymore. And I'm sorry I did that, but they got you. So it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. So people can clone your phone. So stop putting your phone up to the thing. I thought that was safe, but it's not. So I looked it up, you guys. It's HHT. It's a disorder in the blood. And the Most High just helped us out with this. A person with HHT may form blood vessels without capillaries, tiny blood vessels that pass blood from arteries to veins that are usually present between arteries and veins. Um, what is the life expectancy? See? Okay, so the Most High. Oh, okay. So they got years in here. Okay, the life expectancy for patients with HHT type 1 was 76.4 years, 95%. C1, 71.6 years, 82.3 years, and 77. Okay, so nothing under 40. But you guys can read deeply into it because, okay, it has the symptoms here, but I don't want to do symptoms, okay? It's one is seizures though, but nevertheless, I don't want to do symptoms at all. I just want to let you guys know. So if you have some bloodline or some blood history that had other cultures to do with it, uh, yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm freaking out about the time. So I love you guys. This is what I have. This was the download, and I love you guys. This is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again for sure. Until then, show us sister some love by like, sharing, subscribing this new channel. Again, this is the Sub Love You Divine Tarot channel until I get till Google can verify who I am. I am. All right, you guys. One.